Your favorite survival guide is actually a murder manual written in Hollywood ink. Most common sense survival advice is just a recipe for becoming a human sandwich. Here are 7 of those lies, and the one at the end has killed more people than the bear and the shark combined. Let us start with the most iconic lie, the snake bite. You see the fangs sink in, you panic. Your first instinct is to cut the wound and suck out the poison. Stop right there. Attempting to suck out venom is like trying to catch a bullet with a net. According to Axiom Medical, this actually makes things worse. Venom moves through your lymphatic system, not your bloodstream. You cannot suck it out. You are just spreading bacteria from your mouth into an open wound. You are increasing the risk of a massive infection while the venom continues its journey. The best course of action is to stay calm and keep the bite below your heart. Every second you spend playing hero is a second you lose in reaching a hospital. Then, there is the thirst. You are in the desert and your canteen is a dry bone. You see a stout, ribbed barrel cactus. It looks like a green water tank. In reality, cacti do not hold reservoirs of liquid. They store moisture in a thick, gelatinous pulp. This pulp is a chemical cocktail designed to kill anything that eats it. Most species are full of toxic alkaloids and acids. If you drink this, your body will react with extreme nausea and cramping. You will experience violent vomiting and diarrhea. This is a death sentence in the heat. You are losing the precious hydration you already have to flush out toxins. Unless you find a fishhook barrel cactus, the one with the distinct hooked spines, the risk is never worth the reward. Perhaps you are in the woods and the sun is going down. You need to know which way is north. You look for moss on the north side of the trees. This is a campfire fact that everyone repeats. But moss is not a compass. Moss grows where it is damp and shaded. In a dense forest, that could be any side of the tree. In some areas, moss actually grows better on the south side because it is sunnier and warmer. If you rely on greenery to guide you, you are just walking in circles. Use a real compass or follow the sun. Navigation is about knowing where you are and exactly which way to go. Now, let us talk about the heroic survivalist move, drinking urine. TV shows make it look like a grit-testing necessity, but your body is expelling that fluid for a reason. Urine is a concentrated mix of metabolic waste, toxins, and salt. Drinking it forces your kidneys to work even harder to process the same toxins twice. It speeds up dehydration rather than stopping it. After a few days, your urine becomes so concentrated it leads to renal meltdown. It is a physiological debt your body cannot pay. The smarter move is to find shade, conserve your sweat, and wait for rescue. Speaking of rescue, what happens when you meet a bear? You have heard the advice, just play dead. With a grizzly, lying still might actually help because they often attack to defend territory. But try that with a black bear, and you are just making his dinner easier. Experts from the National Park Service say black bears view passive behavior as vulnerability. If a black bear approaches, you need to be the aggressor. Make yourself big. Be loud. Fight back with anything you can grab. The same applies to sharks. Do not punch a shark in the nose. You will likely just miss or get your hand bitten. Aim for the eyes and the gills. Be a meal that fights back, and the predator will usually look for an easier target. In the cold, your mistakes become even more lethal. You find a cave and decide to build a fire inside for warmth. This sounds cozy, but it is a trap. Without perfect ventilation, smoke fills the space. You will succumb to carbon monoxide poisoning before you even realize you are sleepy. Worse, heat causes rock to expand. Expanding rock leads to breakage and a potential cave-in. Keep your fires outside where the air moves freely. And if you find yourself with frostbite, never rub your skin with snow. When tissue freezes, ice crystals form inside your cells. Rubbing them is like using thousands of tiny knives to lacerate your own cells from the inside. Gently warm the area with body heat or lukewarm water instead. Here is final one. No fangs, no fins, no claws, just a bottle and a cold night. And that quiet combination kills more people every year than every bear and every shark on the planet combined. You might think a sip of whiskey will warm you up. It feels cozy because alcohol dilates your blood vessels. It brings warm blood to the surface of your skin. But this is a trick. you are actually losing core heat much faster to the outside air. Your core temperature drops, and the risk of hypothermia spikes. Alcohol-related hypothermia is a silent killer every winter. Save the toast for when you are safely indoors. True survival is not about acting fearless. It is about acting smart. It is about the STOP acronym. Stop, think, observe, and plan. Most lost hikers who follow a river end up in dangerous terrain or more disoriented. Staying put is almost always the safer bet. We provide this research because we want you to be the person who comes home with a story, not becoming one. We did the digging so your next trip doesn't end in a hospital. Or worse. If you want the next 9 myths before you stumble into them, hit subscribe.